have a calendar right there. I have a calendar right there. I can see myself right here. I have the camera right here. I have the microphone right here. I have a clock right here. And I'm looking at myself. I need to look at the camera. So, this morning, actually, I probably just got back, if you want to say. I've been up since 2:30 yesterday morning. Got back. No one cares. No one watches these videos anyways. Around 12:30 last night. Went to bed, probably around 1. So 2, 3, 2.5, 3 hours. 4. Been up since 4, so about 3 hours. And I really thought, man, I need to sleep a little bit longer so I don't get sick. I don't want to weaken my immune system on accident. But I'm not tired. But this has nothing to do with the quote that I'm going to share today, which is from Eckhart Tolle, or Tolle. I don't know how you say his last name. Eckhart Tolle. Eckhart Tolle. And this is the quote. Stress is caused by being here, but wanting to be there. Eckhart Tolle. And that's yoga summed up. That is exactly what we're learning on the yoga mat. To be here, to be in the present moment. And when you're in the present moment, you can't have stress in the sense that is overtaking your body, because you're not thinking of trying to be somewhere, or even if it's in the past. You're letting go. You're letting go of control, letting go of trying to be somewhere, trying to be there. Just be in the present moment. And we're going to begin yoga with that quote. Eckhart Tolle, or Tolle. I don't know how to say his name. I don't even know how to say his first name, honestly. Honestly, Eckhart Tolle, if I had to say it. That's what I think it is. But I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I can't speak. It's about the essence of the quote. And summed up, it just means be here. Be in the now. Be in the present moment. And that is what we're doing on the yoga mat. We're in the present moment. We're learning to be in the present moment. So when you're off the yoga mat, you continue to be in the present moment. And you stay in the present moment. And when you start veering off, just simply focus on your breathing. Bring yourself back to the present moment. Now, that doesn't mean you don't make plans. That doesn't mean you don't think of something that happened last year that was great. You still have memories. I mean, you're a human being. So you don't let go of memories. But you don't let the memories be who you are, because you are the present moment. In yoga, you're everything. Meaning you're one. When you're everything, you tap into oneness. Boom! And that is what we're learning on the yoga mat. So today we're just going to do 2 slow sun salutations. We're going to focus on the breathing, really stay centered, and then we'll end with the mountain pose. So we begin with the mountain pose, 2 sun salutations, slow, basic, standardized sun salutations, and then mountain pose, focusing on breathing, being in the present moment. So, feet are shoulder width apart. Toes go up. Spread the toes as wide as you can. Then each toe touches the floor one at a time. Knees are bent. Hips are tilted. Arms are relaxed. No tension in the arms. or the shoulders, or the neck, or in the body. So you lengthen up. So in the mountain pose, you lengthen up, pull yourself up, then let the bones sit on top of each other. And just focus on the breathing. So all you're doing, 100% focus on the breathing. When you're focused on the breathing 100%, you can't have control. You can't be somewhere else. You have to stay in the moment. And control, judgment, all those barriers become or happen between the mind and the body. When you get rid of those, the mind and body become one. And that's yoga. So now palms together, thumbs to the heart center. Push the arms out, up and back. It's the first stretch, so you go nice and easy. Inhale. And then exhale. As you exhale, you hinge forward from the lower back. And then you're going to fall into the ragdoll. Now the ragdoll, the arms are dangling. The head is dangling. So no tension anywhere. You just release, let go, and let the body fall where the body falls. You're not trying to be somewhere. You're not judging it. Letting go of judgment. So no matter where you are in this pose, you may be up. You're thinking, man, I need to go down some more. Nope. You are where you are. Let go. That's judgment. That is a barrier. Even if you're all the way in the pose and you're doing what you think is the textbook pose, that is awesome. But still, it's judgment. Let go. And let the mind and body become one. And you're just focusing on the breathing, releasing any tension you feel in the body. And just focus on the breathing. Palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. You're going to arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. Inhale as much as you can. And then exhale. As you exhale, you pull yourself in. Forehead's going to the knees. Get all the air out. And again, arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. Then exhale, pull yourself in. Push all the air out. Get all the air out. And again, inhale. Then exhale, pull yourself in. Push all the air out. Get all the air out. And then two more. Arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. Remember, you think of only the breathing. Then exhale. Then inhale. And exhale. Now pull yourself in and down. Forehead's go to the knees. Once you're in and down, exhale all the air out. Then release. Then just focus on the breathing. Again, 100% focus on the breathing. When you focus on the breathing, that heightens your awareness. You're aware of what's happening in the body. So you may be aware of the hamstrings being stretched, the lower back. Or you're aware of the subtle movement of when you inhale, the belly swells with air, it pushes you out of the pose slightly. Then when you exhale, the belly goes in, you go back into the pose. It's a subtle, subtle movement, but you're aware of it. You're not focused on it, you're aware of it. The palms to the sides of the feet, left leg is back into a low lunge. With the low lunge, drop the foot to the floor in the back, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Back is arching, head is up. Make sure the front knee is not over the toes. If it is, lengthen up some and just feel open. And here you're just focusing on the breathing. Think of nothing else but of the breathing. You're accepting where you are in the pose. So if you're up like this, because that's where you are, you accept it. Doesn't matter. If you're down a little bit, like this because that's where you are. You accept it. The body does not dictate whether you are open. It's a mindset. This is a very important mindset to have, because when you get off the yoga mat, sometimes you're going to be in situations that you feel enclosed. But if you accept where you are in those situations, then boom, you tap into openness, and it allows you to think another way. You gain an open mind, and you see your way out of those situations, or you reinterpret those situations. Now curl the toes under the back, knee goes up, high lunge just for a second or so, get the legs straight as you can in the back, and then downward dog. Now with the downward dog, arms are straight, legs are straight, tailbones to the ceiling, heels are towards the floor. And you are pushing into this pose. But you're only pushing to the spot right before you feel like you shouldn't go any further. Find that spot, settle, accept, and focus on the breathing. Now, let the head dangle, no tension in the neck. And just focus on the breathing. 100% focus on the breathing. When you focus on the breathing, that heightens your awareness. It lets you know what's happening in the body. Lets you know what's happening around you. But you're not focused on that stuff. Very, very important mindset. Now push a little bit more if you feel like you should. If you feel like you shouldn't, then don't. Listen to your own body. Listen to your mind. Listen to yourself. That's essentially what you're learning. Listening to yourself. And now you slide into the upper dog. To slide in the upper dog, you drop down to the knees. In the chest, you slide up. Tops of the feet are to the floor. Palms, of course, are to the floor. Can't speak. And opening up. Now, if you need to modify it, you go to hands and knees and arch the back, which is the cow. Or you go to small cobra, bring your chest off the floor. Palms are touching the floor, but you're not using them. You're pulling yourself up with the back muscles. Or you do the best you can in the upper dog. And just feel opened. Think of nothing else but the breathing. Back to downward dog, pushing into it. Really, really, really push into it. And just focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but of the breathing. Now, if you're halfway through the pose and you feel like, man, I need to bring myself out of it some, then do it. You're learning to listen to your body. Letting go of judgment. All powerful stuff that you're learning on the yoga mat. Those are the things that you're learning to do off the yoga mat. You're in a situation, and you're like, man, I don't know about this. Then get yourself out of it. Adjust. That's what you're learning. Now push a little bit more. Remember, focus on the breathing. And then left foot is up between the hands into a low lunge. With a low lunge, top the foot. I'm telling you, man, I can't speak. I'm losing it. I never could speak, but it seems like it's getting worse. Hey, maybe that's the no sleep. I would blame it on the no sleep, but the problem with that is I always mess up. So with the back foot, top of the foot is to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward. Back is arching, front knees not over the toes. Head is up. And you're just focusing on the breathing. And then that heightens your awareness, lets you know what's happening in the body. So maybe you have an issue with the hip flexor. You feel a little bit of pain. You're aware of that pain, you adjust. But you're not focused on that pain. You're aware of it. Now, this is a mindset. When you get off the yoga mat, you're aware of a so-called negative situation. You don't focus on it. You're aware of it. You handle it, but you don't let it become you. That's what you're learning here. You're becoming aware. All a mindset. curl the toes under the back, knee goes up, high lunge just for a second or so, and then standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down. Get all the air out, push all the air out, and then you release. Then just focus on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. The palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Then turn the palms out, push the air down and out, exhale. Last on salutation, inhale. Then exhale, hinge forward. Pull yourself in and down, get all the air out. And then once all the air is out, release and just focus on the breathing. This is when I know I need music. I'll figure all that out. I have a break coming up, so I think I'll focus on the yoga studio a little bit more than I've been. So left leg is back, low lunge, feeling opened, and just focus on the breathing. Now you are going into this pose, so you're pushing a little bit more than you were before, then you're settling in the pose, accepting where you are, and then just focus on the breathing. Feel open. Think of nothing else but of the breathing. And hopefully I can get a new camera soon, so I can do different poses. When I teach a class, in-class yoga, an on-site type of class, I do different poses. But this camera is not a good camera. It only puts me in this corner. And then it also makes me look longer than if I go back there, it's like that illusion where you got a tall guy and a short guy, but they're both the same height, but the room makes them look different. I know. What are you talking about, Charlie? Talking about getting a new camera. Then high lunge. I'm actually making up for not having music. That's what I think I'm doing. That's probably what I'm doing subconsciously. Pushing into it, arms are straight, legs are straight, tailbones to the ceiling, heels are towards the floor. No tension in the neck. If I had music, I bet I wouldn't talk as much. I bet. I'll get music. I'll figure all that out. I have 164 more days to figure it out. And then wherever you are, push a little bit more. And get into that spot where you feel like, man, I shouldn't go any further. Find that spot, settle, accept, and then you become one with the pose. Even though you're pushing, it's almost like you're not. That's becoming one with the pose. You're becoming stable. And then you're going to slide into the upper dog, drop down to the knees and the chest, slide up, tops of the feet are to the floor, palms are to the floor. Modify the pose how you have to. And just feel opened. Think of nothing else but of the breathing. Then back to downward dog, pushing into it. Arms are straight. Legs are straight. Really, really, really push into it now. It's the last downward dog. So go into it. Settle, accept, and focus on the breathing. Again, if you're halfway through it or you're partly through it, and you feel like you have to adjust, then adjust. Bring yourself out of it or go into it more. Listen to your body. Essentially, what you're learning is to listen to yourself. So when you're off the yoga mat, you learn to listen to yourself. Then left foot is up, between the hands, low lunge. feeling opened. Really push into this pose now. It's the last low lunge, so feel open, get into the pose, subtle, and then just focus on the breathing, becoming stable. Now remember, stability is in the pose even if you move, even if you wobble a little bit. That's where true stability is, or where true stability is at. I don't know how to say that. I was always told don't use at the end of a sentence, but I just did. So if you're stable and you look static, and then your body wants to move a little bit, then go with the movement. That is where true stability is at. And it's there because you're one with everything, meaning you're one. So maybe you have something to pull, go with it. Stability is not fighting against, I need to move a little bit. Don't fight that. That's not yoga. Then high lunge. And then standing forward bend, pull yourself in and down. Get all the air out. And then just focus on the breathing. 100% focus on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. Finding that spot where you're one with the pose. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Then exhale, turn the palms out, push the air down and out. And then you're going to go to mountain pose. Now, remember, the mountain pose, feet are shoulder width apart, toes go up, spread the toes as wide as you can, then each toe touches the floor one at a time. So, I'm going to add a tree pose. I said I was going to do 2 sun salutations, but I changed my mind. So remember, in the mountain pose, very important pose because it's usually the beginning of a yoga routine. So you're becoming stable, you're becoming one, just like a mountain. You're firm, you're one with the earth, just like a mountain is one with the earth. Getting that mindset of oneness. Now, the true stability, again, is threaded through the skeleton. So if you're in the pose and you're stable, and all of a sudden you wobble a little bit, you go with the wobble. You go with the wobble. This is a mindset. So when you're off the yoga mat, and you're in a situation that you feel like, whoa, I don't know if I should be here. Stability is going with what is happening, going with the flow. So we're going to begin with the mountain pose, and then we're going to go into the tree. The tree is the same concept as the mountain pose. Finding that stability where you're just standing, the skeleton is just standing by itself. So in the mountain pose, lengthen up, and let the bones sit on top of each other. Find that spot where the skeleton just stands as if you were just your skeleton. And now you're going to bring the left foot up. Modify it how you have to. So technically, the left foot goes up into the side of the right leg. Now, if you need to, you bring the toe down, or you go to a wall, and you go back and forth. Try to get stable, and then you go down, if you can't do it. Or you bring the foot all the way up. Left knee's back. Palms together. See, I'm almost falling because I'm thinking too much. And you're going to lock the fingers, index fingers point. Left thumb is over the right thumb, or the thumbs are together. Then you inhale going up. And you're focusing on the breathing. Now, again, you're trying to find that spot where the skeleton just stands. So you might have to bend the knee, tilt the hips, move the skeleton around where the skeleton just stands. We're not going to stay here long, so just focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but of the breathing. And then go ahead and release. That's one. Shake it out some. Same concept. Find that stability where you're standing like a tree. And a tree wobbles. It goes with the, if something blows it, it goes. So it's still strong, it's still stable. Same concept. So begin in mountain pose, get stable. Find that spot where the skeleton just stands. Focus just on the breathing, 100% focus on the breathing. Right foot is up. Again, modify it. So if you need to bring the toe down, bring the toe down. If you need to go to a wall, you're wobbling, going back and forth. Even if you're doing this, it's fine. Doesn't matter. That's judgment. When you have judgment, it's a barrier. It doesn't allow the mind and body to become one. Get rid of judgment. Doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. Do the tree pose or not. But what matters is letting go of that judgment. So right knee's back, shoulders are square. Do the best you can. You find that spot where the skeleton stands. Palms together. Lock the fingers. Index fingers point. Left thumb is over the right thumb, or the thumbs are together, and you're going up. Inhale, and then just focus on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. Find that spot where you're stable. Remember, if you're wobbling, you go with the wobble. That's where true stability is. And then go ahead and release. And then shake it out. Now you're going to go back to mountain pose. Last pose. Feet are shoulder width apart. Toes go up. Spread the toes. Find that spot where the skeleton stands. And then just focus on the breathing. Now you're just going to watch yourself breathe. You're going to think of nothing else but the breathing. And you watch yourself breathe by focusing on the belly. When you inhale, the belly swells with air. When you exhale, the belly goes in. Watch that. Or you bring your focus to the tip of the nose and watch the air go in and out. Don't control it. Remember, you're already breathing automatically. So you're just going to watch it. And then what will happen most likely is that you'll start to think about other things. And then when you realize, hey, I'm not even thinking about my breathing. Let go. And just watch yourself breathe. That'll happen again and again and again. Most likely. Then eventually, you'll realize that you're not your thoughts, but you're the thing that's watching your thoughts. You're the thing that's watching yourself breathe. So we're just going to stay here a little bit longer. So just watch yourself breathe. Bring the palms together. Namaste. And that's it. That is number 100. I'm sorry. I'm so used to saying 100. I've been saying 100 for 100 times. It's actually 200. 201 YouTube Live Yoga Routine. So I will see you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Arizona time. The whole time I've been messing up. I finally got my words to flow. I messed up on the last word, time. Couldn't say time, huh? Time. I said time. So I'll see you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Arizona time, Mountain Standard Time. So namaste, peace and love.